Welcome to GTFO out of the USA. We're a couple of digital nomads who are traveling around South America trying to find the best places to live. We're now in Colombia, a beautiful country with a lot of geographic diversity that features stunning landscapes from the Andean mountains to the Caribbean coast. We spent about a month in Santa Marta, which you can check out in one of our other videos. And just an hour outside of Santa Marta lies the world-famous Parque Tayrona National Park. Travelers from all over the world come here to see this beautiful place, one of the natural wonders of the world, with its stunning turquoise waters, pristine beaches, incredible rock formations, and lush jungle set against the backdrop of the Sierra Nevada de Santa Marta mountains that rise up to nearly 19,000 feet above sea level. Home to three of Colombia's indigenous populations, Parque Tayrona features secluded beaches and tucked-away coves that are only accessible by boat or by trekking through the jungle for several hours. We love an adventure, so we decided to hike to the famous Cabo San Juan, because the hike itself is worth every step. You get to see rich flora and fauna, including the endangered cotton-tailed tamarin, a tiny monkey only found in this region.
We just saw a little Mikotiti. Look just like that. Cotton-top tamarin. That's endemic to this place.
Despite being remote, this hike is actually pretty popular.
So the reason why I just put a stick right next to this rock is not because it's falling, it's not to prop it up. This is actually what the indigenous people here do. It's a tradition. Every time they pass a rock like this, they put a stick underneath it. And what it signifies is trying to preserve the equilibrium of nature. So it's really beautiful. We just started our hike and have already seen so much nature in Parque Tayrona. It's just incredible. There's like monkeys, there's so many amazing butterflies, but we have another couple of hours to go, so we'll see you when we get to the beach. So after a couple of hours of walking, we get to this beach. Unfortunately, it's not a beach you can swim on because it's one of the most dangerous beaches in Colombia and in the world. Over 100 people have died here. So we're not gonna swim. We're just gonna climb these cool, giant, prehistoric rocks. Nice hike, huh?
Beautiful hike.
Amazing. You feel the breeze coming off the ocean. That's the best part. I hope they have some cold coconuts when we get there.
You will find plenty of refreshment stops along the way, including Kogi people selling fresh coconuts.
No plastic, no problem. Super refreshing.
Halfway to Cabo San Juan, we took a break at a small beach restaurant with stunning views. Since the hike there and back takes over 5 hours, a meal stop is a must. But don't worry about bringing snacks. This is Colombia, where you can find food just about anywhere. And if you're wondering how they get all the fruit, beverages, and other provisions up here, here's your answer.
Supplies,
Mm-hmm.
tourists,
Yeah.
noodles, coffee.
We pushed on, keeping our eyes on the prize, and finally arrived at Cabo San Juan. This place is absolutely unreal. No wonder so many people hike and even camp here overnight. The postcard perfect turquoise water, massive rock formations, and white sand beaches make every step of the journey worth it. And the best part? The waters here are sheltered from the strong Caribbean currents, so you can enjoy a refreshing swim after a long hike.
All right.
Hey,
2.5 hours later, we finally made it. And look at this view. Worth hiking.
this is El Cabo, no?
This is Cabo San Juan.
Cabo San Juan.
It's like one of the more popular hikes here, and I mean it's just incredible. When we first visited here in 2018, there was barely anything here.
7 years ago, not that long ago. I was
Yeah.
here on Equinox. I actually shot a fitness video here,
Yeah,
and there was nobody here.
yeah, and now over 1,000 people come here every day. So, but check this out. It's definitely
It's worth it.
definitely worth it, right? The hidden beaches of Parque Tayrona. We found one of them. Went for a beautiful swim in this cove. So, I mean, this place is just spectacular. Most people come and they stop here at Cabo San Juan. But if you keep going, there's a little hidden beach. That is, what do you think, it's worth it?
I think it's worth it. I think is like I said, is it more naked?
I think it's a little more
A
naked.
little bit more naked, perhaps. And this photo
Yeah,
shoot's going on.
Here, if you're too tired to walk back, you can just hire a horse.
Which is what we did. This was an awesome way to wrap up an epic day in Parque Tayrona. We will definitely be back to see some more of its beautiful beaches, including the famous Playa Cristal. For our next adventure, we traded a horse for our iron steed and drove down to the park in our mini Countryman that is perfectly suited for the rugged roads that take you to the other side of the park where Playa Cristal is located. One of the advantages of driving here instead of taking a boat is that you get to stop and take in the beautiful views like the famous viewpoint called Siete Olas, or 7 waves, with an amazing panoramic vista that stretches endlessly in mesmerizing shades of blue. After an hour-long drive, we had one final leg of the journey, a short boat ride to Playa Cristal, which is only accessible by water. To get to Playa Cristal, you can either take a 40-minute boat from Taganga or drive to a closer park entrance like what we did and take a short 5-minute boat. Luckily, there are plenty of boats to take you there, and the trip only costs $5 round trip. Playa Cristal is one of the most beautiful beaches to visit in Parque Tayrona. Despite being secluded, it is pretty popular with both locals and international tourists. And for a good reason. This place is pretty magical. The water is crystal clear, just as the name suggests, which means you can snorkel in the warm Caribbean waters and see amazing tropical fish. You don't even have to try hard to see the fish, because the moment you'll step into the water, they'll be swimming all around you. With just a mask and a snorkel, you can see pufferfish, multicolored parrotfish, stripy butterfly fish, and schools of guppies the moment you put your head in.
We go anywhere, we don't just stick to the trail. We always find the forbidden path that nobody goes to except for us. So let's see where this leads us. Hike.
Really nice. I think we're at the
Highest point. I think it keeps going probably, right? It's probably like the back way. We took a boat here.
but it's like a 5-minute ride.
Boat ride.
But
For
if you-
$5, so it's not that expensive.
Here and back.
Here and back, yeah,
So-
exactly. But if you're adventurous, I think you can hike up here. This is the back way. No one really tells you about it.
You just have to look
But I
up.
think we found the path.
Yeah, I think you just have to look for it.
So it's definitely a bit of a hike, but once you get here, this is the view that you get rewarded with. Right there, the crystal waters of Playa Cristal.
The coral reef here may be small, but it's in a surprisingly good condition. Thanks to its remote location and limited boat traffic, it remains a vibrant underwater world, where you can see beautiful tropical fish like this one, or even a lionfish, a striking but invasive species in this water. After a morning of hiking and snorkeling, we took a well-earned lunch break at one of the beachfront restaurants. Even though this place is pretty remote, we're still in Colombia, which means you can find food anywhere you go, including fresh seafood, tropical juices, and of course, plenty of coconuts.
We loved today's adventure here at Playa Cristal, and it's only my second time, and I would definitely love to come back and explore more parts of this amazing park, because there's not one, not two, but multiple incredible beaches. You've been here before, right?
Yes, like 22 beaches or more
Wow,
here in
wow.
Parque Tayrona.
Yeah, and some of them you can only get to by hiking, like Cabo San Juan. Some of them you can take a boat. We took a short boat ride, about 10 minutes, but we drove for an hour to get to like the trailhead to take a boat. But if you're staying in Santa Marta, you can just take a boat from Taganga.
Tenanga, yeah.
Yeah, and it's about 40 minutes. Be prepared for some chop because it's windy here, so you definitely get a little bit of a chop.
Well, yeah, especially on the way back, depending on the swells, you're gonna get wet for sure.
Yeah, but
It's an adventure.
it's an adventure, yeah. And I mean, the waters here are so incredible. I saw so many fish. If you're into snorkeling, you don't even have to go very far or very deep. You just step into the water, put your head in, and you see amazing fish, like blue ones, yellow ones, like different colors. We saw a fuga fish, the one that's like super poisonous and looks like a pufferfish. So a lot of diversity here in these waters.
Well, we got about an hour left before the boat leaves, so we better get some.
We're gonna enjoy another swim here at Playa Cristal in its beautiful waters, and we'll see you in our next video.
Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more adventure around South America and Colombia.